Welcome back to class. Welcome back. I'm looking forward to sharing with you all about these amazingly sacred seasonings that we use every single day. We may not be aware of it. However, every single day, either our parents or ourselves are using these seasonings, if not other seasonings, to make our food taste better, right? Because seasoning is literally life. Without seasoning, there is no enjoyment of food. And that's just my humble and honest opinion. So before today is over, you're going to be able to learn about different types of seasonings and their benefits, different types of ways to go to your grocery store and get free, yes, free herbs, and how to regrow them as plants. All right. And then we're going to learn about the different types of salts and their benefits. And it's going to be really, really cool. So I'm excited. I know you're excited because I can just see you through the computer. I'm looking forward to sharing with you about it. Before we move on though, I need to make sure that I review last week. We talked about hemp, we talked about flax, and we talked about the chia seed, correct? And these three seeds are very, very, very nutritional and beneficial to the body's ability to be able to get to levels of high functionality, meaning to be able to function or be at its best. These seeds would be a really great help, right? So hemp is really great for protein, muscle mass building, right? Hair growth. Flax is good for fiber, helping with your digestive system and for your skin and your hair health. And chia seeds are the best way to receive calcium. They have 5 times more minerals and calcium than milk. So that's just the best fact about chia seeds. All right. So that's our short review on hemp seeds, chia seeds, and the flax seeds. They're all available at our stores, Safeway. They're available at Sprouts Farmers Market. They're available at Whole Foods, grocery outlet, these many different stores that we know and love so well. Now, the first herb that we're going to be speaking about is oregano. If you remember earlier on last year in my garden, you've seen videos of me in the garden harvesting oregano, right? I was trimming it off, and then I honestly didn't know what to do with it after that because I didn't know how to really harvest the oregano. I was just chopping it up because it had to be trimmed. So I've done a little bit more research on it, and I was learning how to make from the plant oregano to the seasoning, to that seasoning that you sprinkle, that hard dried seasoning that you add onto it, right? And so it's really super simple. And a lot of us can be able to do it, and we'll have to learn how to do it in these coming times. So oregano is really, really great for people who have asthma. Not only does it taste really, really great on your food and bring like these like nice, like light and earthy flavors, it's really great for asthma and your respiratory system, your if you're having like mucus in your lungs and you're coughing a lot, it's really good for like helping defeat viruses. Skin conditions, including acne. If you have a lot of acne, oregano is really, really good for that. Athlete's foot, oily skin, dandruff, warts, ringworms, insects, and spider bites, gum disease, toothaches, muscle pains. You're having sore muscles, just like hemp. If you have sore muscles, oregano oil or oregano is really good for that. Varicose veins, which are when your veins are like when you're getting older, or even some people who are young, and their veins are popping out of their arms. It's really good for those as well. Also, oregano oil is great as an insect repellent. If you're going camping and you don't want to deal with mosquitoes, get some oregano and some oregano oil. All right. We all good on that? All right. After oregano, we have thyme. And thyme is my purse. Is taken thyme is used in order for you to be able to season your food as well, right? It's a great seasoning. And also, not only that, it has medicinal properties as well. So it's really good for a cough, sore throat, babies who are crying all the time when they just get born, right? This thing called colic, when they're just crying and crying and crying, and you feed them, they don't stop. It's really, really good for that. Arthritis, when you have like your muscles are super tight and they hurt when you move them. You have an upset stomach or stomach pain, diarrhea. If you pee in the bed, right? Thyme is really, really good for that. If you have a lot of gas, if you have parasitic worm infections, parasites in your intestines, and or skin disorders, these are the types of things that are beneficial to help heal those things. Thyme, Thyme, thyme. All right. And then we have onion powder. Onion powder is amazing. It tastes really, 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 really good. And it has a lot of vitamins in it that are great for helping you to be able to keep yourself healthy during these times where our immunity is being challenged, right? So just to know, on top of the foods that you're eating, what you are seasoning your food with. Today we're going to talk about all like the great seasonings that are used, and then we're also going to learn about the ones that aren't the best for your body. Because there are some seasonings like garlic that are not good for your internal body. They may taste good and have some benefits. However, over time and the bigger picture of garlic, it's not great. All right. And you can make garlic. So we'll talk about that. You can make it with herbs that are good for you. So like you could combine shallots and ginger and onion powder to make a taste of garlic. So you're not missing out on those seasonings. All right, back to onion powder. I have to just drop that disclaimer because I wanted you to be able to know that there are some seasonings that are not too great for our insides. All right. So on top of onion powder being really good, having calcium and iron, right? It's really, really great to be able to help you with mouth sores, heart problems, headaches, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and even cancer. So this that goes on your food. This onion powder is really, really beneficial for your immunity, your ability to endure through all that is happening and causing our bodies to be able to be as strong as they possibly can. Of course, the foods are great. If you're putting herbs on there that aren't great for your immunity, then you're taking away from what the plant is doing itself. So it's good to know about the seasonings. Now, Miss Breeze, how do you make onion powder? Because it's a powder, but isn't it just like an onion, like in the picture right here? Well, yeah, it is. So what you would do, how to make onion powder, and I just learned about this. It's kind of how you make all of the powders. You get a dehydrator. So you dehydrate the onion, and then you put it in a bowl, and then you mash it up. You mash it up. You mash it up until it makes a powder. So you skin it, take off that like reddish shell that comes on it. You dehydrate it, and then you smash it up. It's really super easy, and I'm looking forward to being able to do it myself. And then lastly, for the herbs, we have cayenne pepper. And a fun fact about cayenne pepper that I only learned about just recently is that cayenne pepper helps with digestion. It helps relieve migraines. And cayenne pepper is also a fruit. It's not only an herb, cayenne pepper is also a fruit, right? It's a fruit. And the reason everybody knows why it's a fruit is because it has seeds. Cayenne pepper has seeds. Bell peppers have seeds. Bell peppers are fruits as well, right? Cayenne pepper have seeds. It is a fruit. It's really good for getting rid of your like nerve pain. It helps to detox your body's organs, right? Everybody needs to detox. You know, we eat a lot of food sometimes that aren't the greatest for us, and we have to be able to get that stuff out of us. So cayenne pepper is really great for that, and it helps with weight loss. It's really, really good for helping to fight the cold and flu and viruses. It has an anti-cancer fighting minerals and properties inside of it, and it's really good for antifungal properties. If you have a fungus, it's great for that as well. All right. Now you're probably like, Miss Breeze, why are seasonings even important? I mean, I know about the health benefits, but why are they good for my food? Well, seasonings are so important for your food is because they have these really, really deep flavors. Deep flavors that are needed in order to make your food taste good. Thank you. Without these seasonings, your food could be dry, bland, and just it's not going to taste that great. It's not going to taste as good as it could taste without the seasonings. Without seasonings, most people would not eat meat. You would not eat meat if it didn't have no seasoning on there. It don't taste good. You wouldn't eat, you know what I mean? The seasonings make the meal. If someone knows how to season, they can make anything taste like everything. Everybody good on that? Everybody good on that? All right. Put in the chat box a thumbs up if you are good on that. All right. Some thumbs up. All right. So salt has okay, so I'm not gonna just jump into salt like we don't know that we're changing gears right now. So we have our herbs, right? And now we're going to talk about our salts. There are many different types of salts. And salt, a lot of people know just about like the regular white salt. But there are so many different types of salts out there with so many different benefits. Salt in its normal form is really, really good for healing eczema and acne. It tastes really good. It also helps improve the circulation in your body. And it's good for hydrating your body, which sounds interesting, but if you get in a bathtub and you put some salts inside of your bathtub, your body is not going to get wrinkly because the salt and the minerals are adding hydration to your body. It allows for your body to hold that hydration that's already there. And also it allows for your body's circulatory system or you to be able to circulate at your highest potential. All right. I see thumbs up. Great job. Great job. So the first type of salt we're going to talk about is pink Himalayan salt. A lot of people know about pink Himalayan salt, and I'm going to tell you some fun facts about it. All right. Pink Himalayan salt contains over 80 different minerals. Right. And these minerals help control the water levels in your body. They keep everything balanced. They promote balanced pH levels. Remember we talked about pH, potential of hydrogen, pH levels. It boosts the brain health, boosts your energy, promotes healthy bones, helps you have a healthy bladder, and increases your hydration. All right. The next type of salt we have is black lava salt, Hawaiian black lava salt. What, Miss Breeze? Hawaiian black lava salt? Yes, this salt comes from a volcano. It comes from a volcano. The salt is infused with activated charcoal, and it's found in like Hawaii, Hawaiian black lava salt. And that activated charcoal makes this salt get its deep obsidian black hue. That's what it looks like. Very beautiful. And not only is it really beautiful, it helps to pull out toxins from your body, toxins and impurities, and it also helps with giving you a lot of minerals, and it helps improve your digestive system. All right? I know. I'm blowing some of your socks off right now. I know. So next we have a really, really cool video that's going to tell you about how to grow your own herbs in your house. And it's really, really great. And then I will answer questions in the chat box.
Hello everyone, this is Jag. In this video, I'm going to cover 10 herbs you can grow indoors on your kitchen counter. Now, I personally have 7 of these growing in my kitchen on my windowsill next to a window. Now, it's very important that you keep them next to a window because they do require sunlight at least 3 to 4 hours a day. All 7 of these herbs are doing absolutely amazing. And the rest 3 I either have growing outside or indoors in my pots. And I'll give you details on each one of these herbs. So let's get started.
Number 1. Dill. You can easily start dill from seed. In 1 to 2 weeks, the plants will start to emerge. The first set of leaves might not look like dill, but dill reclaims its signature shape of leaves after the second set of leaves. Dill leaves are very thin and look like fine threads. Dill is perfect for growing on kitchen countertop. Dill tastes like a combination of fennel, anise, and celery and makes a great addition to soups and roasted potatoes. Number 2. Thyme. Thyme is a perennial, however, it makes a great addition on kitchen countertop. Thyme is winter and frost hardy and grows outside very well. Seeds of thymes are difficult to germinate. The best way to grow thyme is from a cutting. Number 3. Oregano. Oregano does not cope with winters very well. However, it is very easy to grow oregano on kitchen countertop. Oregano can be grown from a cutting or from seed. Oregano has a very strong flavor, so use oregano in your cooking very carefully. Number 4. Sage. Sage can tolerate cold as low as 15 degrees Fahrenheit or -10 degrees Celsius. Sage makes a great indoor plant if you live in extreme hot or cold climate. Sage has a pine and citrusy flavor and is often used in combination with other herbs like thyme and rosemary. Number 5. Parsley. Parsley brightens flavors and adds balance to savory dishes. Parsley can tolerate temperatures as low as 10 degrees Fahrenheit or -12 degrees Celsius. Parsley is best to grow from seed. Parsley is very handy in kitchen as it goes well with most of the dishes such as meat, eggs, potatoes, and most of the vegetables. Number 6. Cilantro. Also known as coriander, cilantro is probably the most popular herb and it is heavily used in Indian and Mexican cooking. Cilantro is best to grow from seed. You must split the seed in half before planting to make sure the seed germinates quickly. In just 1 week, cilantro starts growing. Cilantro planted in spring rushes to flower very quickly, so it's best to plant cilantro in fall, or you can always grow cilantro on your kitchen counter all year round. Number 7. Tarragon. Tarragon is winter hardy perennial and will tolerate frost very well. Tarragon can survive temperatures as low as -30 degrees Fahrenheit or -20 degrees Celsius. You can even grow this herb in Alaska and Norway. However, this herb also grows really well on your kitchen counter. Tarragon is used extensively in French cooking. Number 8. Basil. The amount of basil that I need in summers cannot be grown on kitchen countertop. I have a whole raised bed dedicated to growing basil. Basil, however, dies in winter. To keep basil alive, I bring basil inside during winter and then propagate basil using cuttings in the first week of spring. This way, I get a head start on my basil bed for the entire summer. Basil also grows very well from seed and it is very handy to have on your kitchen counter. Number 9. Mint. Mint is great for drinks and tea. Mint also grows very well from cutting or simply from root.
Mint will die back in winters and it will regrow in spring, and it grows like a weed as long as you water it. If you want to have access to mint leaves throughout the winter, bring it inside.
Number 10. Rosemary. Place a rosemary cutting in water. Rosemary grows roots very easily and you can then plant rosemary outdoors or indoors in pots.
Rosemary is really winter hardy. I don't grow rosemary indoors because I have it outside and it does really well throughout the winters. Rosemary handles winters really well unless your ground freezes up. If that's the case, bring it inside.
Rosemary leaves might look like needles, but up close they are in fact leaves.
I really hope you found this video informative and you'll grow lots of herbs right on your kitchen counter. And I'll see you in another video.
That was very fruitful. Let's dig in.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another very exciting episode right here on the My Gardener channel. I am so excited about today's episode because I'm going to be showing you how to get free plants from your local grocery store. This is a video that I've really wanted to do for a long time. It kind of recycled back around when it came time to getting our hydroponic setups going again. It kind of comes around every single year. I think, should I do that episode? Should I do that episode? And I don't really have a reason not to. I just don't have time to, but I made time because I think it's such a valuable lesson for all of you to get free plants. So many of us are on a budget, or we want to extend the life of a plant, and you can get free plants from your local grocery store. So in this episode, I'm going to show you how. What you want to do is you want to go to a grocery store. Most grocery stores will have a produce section that sells herbs. This is the secret, folks. Herbs are very easy to propagate. In fact, so easy that I often say that you really don't ever have to buy more than one plant ever. Or if you start from seeds, you really only ever have to buy one packet of seeds, because after that point in time, you can pretty much take a cutting from that plant and turn it into additional plants. And if those plants go outside and die, take a cutting before they die, move it indoors, grow it indoors, and then take a cutting and move it outdoors. You should never, ever have to buy a plant ever again after this video. And so what you want to do is you want to go check out your local grocery store. When it comes to your herbs, these are going to cost about $1.90 to $2.50 a pack at your local grocery store. But there's a but, and that is many of these herbs here have a very short shelf life. And often grocery stores will actually throw them out before their shelf life expires. This does one thing. It allows you to simply go to your local grocery store and say, hey, is there any fresh herbs, or is there any herbs that you're throwing out from your fresh produce section? And so they'll walk back, and I was able to get 2 packets for free. The other packets I had to buy because they didn't have them, so you can buy them, but a lot of times you don't have to. These herbs, we're gonna prep our cuttings here. This is the mint. Mint propagates very easily. I just grabbed 2 pretty good specimens here. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut just a little bit below a leaf node here. So these are a leaf node, it's where leaves pop out. And we're going to cut on a diagonal. Diagonal really helps to propagate. And then we're going to remove that first set of leaves. Then what we're going to do is we're going to count how many leaf nodes we have. We have 1, 2, 3, and kind of like a tuft up here at the top. I really only want about 2 and no more than 3. So I've got 1, 2, and then a tuft up at top. So that is a good quality cutting right there that's going to root very well. too many, and they don't need all these leaves. All these extra leaves tend to kind of mess things up a little bit with the propagation. They kind of tend to stress the plant out. So by removing these leaves, it's going to allow the plant to focus more on setting roots. So, and you don't want a super long cutting too. So for this instance, I might bring this up here. You don't need a whole lot of space for them to root. So 1, 2, and that's probably good. So I'm going to leave that. So those are my mint cuttings. Let's do something like basil. So here's the basil. It is very easy to propagate basil. In fact, you can strip off the leaves, and that's our cutting right there. That is a great quality cutting, and that I don't see any problem not getting to root. All right, and we're in the final stretch here. So we've got our cutting, and all we're going to do is just dip the stem in a little bit of honey. Honey has a very low pH of around 4, and this is very acidic, which actually acts as a natural antimicrobial and antifungal solution here. This is going to sterilize the cutting and allow it to root better. This is not necessarily a rooting hormone, although you can use rooting hormones. I don't have any problem getting these to root without one, but you can buy some. I'll post a link in the description box below. Right down there, I'll post one to a good quality rooting hormone that is sold by Bonide. All we're going to do is just stick that in there. Again, you want to just dip these, just dip the tip in. Really just helps to sterilize the cut, keep bacteria and fungi from getting in, and helps it take root a little better. So there you go. There is how you can get free plants from your local grocery store.
Look how he like dipped it and put it in that serum, and now it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow so, and yeah. So that is that. And now I'm gonna answer your questions. I see a lot of questions in the chat box.